All right, hi ladies, I'm Julie. I'm gonna run you through a Power Flow yoga series today. If you've taken my class, you'll know what to expect. If you've not taken my class, this is a Power Flow class. You can make it as hard as you want it to be. I'm gonna show you different levels and different modifications. Also, if you've never tried yoga because you've been scared to try it, this is perfect. So if you don't have a yoga mat at home, just do it anyway. So I always start with a little saying or a quote. So today I just wanted to tell you that in this quarantine, when you feel like things are happening to you and you cannot control them, don't try. Just breathe and know that there's only two things in life that you can actually control: your breath and your reactions to things. So just take heart in that. This is gonna pass. Breathe and do your thing. All right, so here we go. You're gonna start in a cross-legged position. Whatever's comfortable for you. Could be lotus, could be Baddha Konasana. And we're just gonna come to our breath. And on your inhale, you want to twist to the right. Keep that heart lifted. Take your hand to your right knee so you can get opposing forces. And then on your next inhale, come back to center, twist to the left. So what we're doing here is warming up the core before we flow. And then come back to center. We're going to come to a tabletop position and run through some cat-cows. So you want to stack your knees and your hips, stack your wrists and your shoulders. On an inhale, you want to drop your belly and look towards the sky. This is cow. On an exhale, take your gaze to your belly button. Curve that back like a cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And you run through a few of these. Because I'm talking, I'm not doing the correct breathing. Just make sure you're exhaling here, inhaling here. So run yourself through a few of those. And then we'll continue to warm up the core. So you can warm up the core with bird dogs from all fours, extending the right leg out, left arm. Take your gaze to the front of your mat. Press through the heel. Draw the ribs in. And breathe. Exhale, replace. Same thing, left side, press through the heel. Extend that right arm. Draw the ribs in. And breathe. You can also do the warming of the core from a plank. And that looks like this. This is cheetah. So you're going to inhale the right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee towards the nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Same thing on the left. Try to create as much space as you can between the floor and your knee. And then replace. This is a wide child's pose at any time during your practice if you need a break. This is where you're going to go. Big toes together, knees to the wide edge of the mat, and walk yourself down. And breathe. So this is full extension. For some people it might be here. For some people it might be here. Find what works for your body. And then we'll do a couple more warm-up things for our core. So you'll come back to tabletop. On an inhale, you're going to lift and twist, and then take this arm, shoulder to the mat, extend the right arm out, and breathe. If you want, extend that right leg out for balance challenge. And then slowly come up and repeat on the other side. Right shoulder to the mat, extend the left arm long. For a balance challenge, extend the left leg. And breathe. And remember, those are all options. In yoga, do what's best for your body. All right, so now we begin to flow. So you're gonna come to standing. This is mountain pose, an extended mountain. So on the exhale, you're gonna fold, sweeping the arms down. Allow your knees to bend, and the weight of your upper body is on top of your thighs. Shake, nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Take your hands to your elbows. Sway side to side. On an inhale, you're going to halfway lift. Flat back, hands to your shins. Shoulders are back, heart is lifted. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. And you're going to repeat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. So from here, we're going to plant our hands and step back into a plank. So your plank might be here. It might be here. Take what's best for you. Then we're going to slowly lower. This is called chaturanga. You're going to hug the elbows in and slowly lower the tops of the toes. Inhale. This is up dog. So for the knees version, it's going to look like this. Lower your knees. Hug your elbows in, slowly lower, baby cobra. So that's a vinyasa, and you can take whichever version you want in between. So you're gonna kick your hips back and press into downward facing dog. This is a pose when people think of yoga, they think of downward facing dog. So you're gonna press your chest towards the mat, armpits towards the mat. You're going to pedal out your dog, get some movement going in your legs, and then find a place of stillness. Some people's heels will touch the ground and some won't. Spread all your fingertips into the mat, and then bend your knees and step or hop to the front of the mat. So you can step here, or you can hop. And then inhale all the way up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands, step back to plank or hop. Hug the elbows in, slowly lower. Up dog to down dog. That's your basic vinyasa flow. Bend your knees, step, walk, or hop in between your hands. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. And at this point, you'll start feeling a little sweaty. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step back to plank or jump. Slowly lower. Up dog or baby cobra. Down dog. From here, we're going to start warrior series. Inhaling that right leg to the sky. Lengthen first through the heel. Keep pressing your chest to the mat. Exhale, bring that knee forward. Plant the foot in between the hands. Drop that left foot at an angle. Come up, build the pose from the bottom up. Square your hips up with your feet. Check your alignment of your knee. And then add the arms. Warrior one. If your arms go together, clasp your hands. If not, stay here. Stay here for 3 to 5 breath cycles. And when you're ready, sweep your hands and flow through. So remember, flow through is plank, slowly lower, up dog. Or you can skip the flow through and just meet in downward facing dog every time. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, plant. Angle that foot, build your pose. Feet, knees, hips, core, arms. And breathe. Windmill the arms and flow through. So you can flow through on one leg, or you can drop that. your practice. Inhale that right leg up. Exhale, bring it in between the hands. Drop the left knee for a low lunge. So here, same thing. You're going to build that pose. Foot, knee, torso, tuck pelvis slightly, add the arms. And then on an exhale, we're going to press into that left hip flexor. And breathe into low lunge. Something fun here is you can open up. These are goddess arms, is what they're called. Then windmill the hands, take the right foot back, down dog, and flow through. Plank, low plank. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, plant the foot, drop the knee. Inhale up. Exhale into that right hip flexor and breathe. Maybe opening here. Windmill the hands and flow through. So that was low lunge. We're going to do the high crescent variation. Inhale the right leg up to the sky. Exhale, plant. Stay up on your left toes. Build the pose. Feet, knees, core, then add your arms. Press through both of your feet. Keep the ribs drawn in, as if someone's like punched you in the gut. What would that feel like? It's not your belly button drawing in. We're not sucking in. We're drawing the ribs in. Something fun to do here is take your hands to your heart, twist through the core to the right first, then hook that left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Feel the power in between your hands as you press. For a balance challenge, look over your right elbow and breathe. Three breaths here. And then when you're ready, come back, windmill the hands and flow through. This is why it's called a power flow, because you flow through each time, creating heat and sweat. Left leg to the sky, bring it through, and build it from the ground up. And if you're shaking a little bit, enjoy that. That's your stabilizers working. Add the arms. Perhaps take your hands to your heart and twist. Twist in your core before hooking the right elbow to the left knee. And you can look over your left for a balance challenge. And when you're ready to come out slowly and flow through. Downward facing dog. This will be a place if you need a rest. Remember, you can always come to child's pose. And we'll come back to downward facing dog. Bend your knees. Look, step, or hop between your hands. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. So we're going to do everybody's favorite, which is chair. So for chair pose, take your feet shoulder width apart. Really spread your toes. You can even take your toes slightly together. You're going to inhale up, and on your exhale, keep your heart lifted. Press your hips back, keep the weight in your heels, and sit down to your chair. You should be able to pick up your toes in chair. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, plant the hands, flow through. From here, inhale that right leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. One more. And this time, plant the foot. Drop the heel, we'll come up to warrior one. Take a breath in warrior one, then open up. Take that left foot parallel to the mat. Hips are square this way. You might have to walk your right foot out a little bit. Warrior two, strong arms, looking over your right fingertips. On an exhale, you're gonna flip the left palm to grace the top of your left leg. Reverse warrior. And inhale back up to warrior two. Exhale, side angle. Take your right arm to your right knee. Look over your fingertips. If it feels good to you, you can open up. You send that right arm all the way down. Or if you have a block, you can go to the block. Use the strength of that knee. Inhale back up, warrior two. Sweep the arm, warrior one. Windmill the arms and flow through. Left side. Send that left leg to the sky. 3 cheetahs. Exhale, knee to nose. And then plant the foot. Come up, warrior one. One breath here. Open up warrior two. Right foot's parallel. Hips are open to the side of the room. Take your gaze over your left fingertips. Warrior two. Inhale, flip. Reverse warrior. Inhale, come back up, warrior two. Sweep the arm, warrior one. And windmill down. Downward facing dog. We're going to do one more. I forgot to do side angle on that side. So plant your foot. Come up to warrior two. Flip your warrior. Come back up, warrior two. Take that left elbow, left knee. Look over your right fingertips. Opening up if it feels good to you. Inhale back up. Now warrior one and flow through. Bend your knees, step, look, or hop in between your hands. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. We're going to inhale all the way up. Exhale, sit back into chair. Inhale up, exhale, fold. Take your fingers, your peace fingers, wrap them around your big toe. On your inhale, lengthen your upper body. Exhale. Exhale into your legs, closer each time. And breathe. You're going to release that bind. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands and flow through. We're going to add a triangle to our warrior series. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right side. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, take it across the left hip, keeping your right shoulder where it is. Flex through that foot, seeing how close you can get that heel to that glute. If it's in your yoga practice, you can flip your dog here. So you're going to take your right foot off the mat, lift through the hips, flip dog. And when you're ready, flip back over and flow through. And then we'll find downward facing dog for the left side. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, open up. Keep that left shoulder where it is, opening only through the hip. Flex that foot, heel towards the right glute. Breathe. And if it's in your practice, flip your dog. So take your feet, make sure they're both pointing in the same direction, parallel. Flip your dog. And then flip back over and flow through. Now we'll do a triangle. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Exhale, plant the hand. Drop the back foot. Warrior one. Open up, warrior two. So the difference in warrior two and triangle is in triangle, this leg is straight. So you're gonna inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, take your upper body forward. Inhale, windmill your arms down. And some people might have to come up to a block, that's fine, or your shin. And then inhale back up with a straight leg. Exhale, warrior two. Windmill the arms and flow through. Left side. Inhale, left leg up. Plant the foot. Come up, warrior one. Open up, warrior two. Inhale, straighten that leg. Exhale, take your torso forward and windmill, looking over your right fingertips. Inhale back up. Exhale, warrior two. Plant hands and step back. Downward facing dog or flow through. And the cool thing about the warriors and the triangles is you can repeat this as many times as you want to make your practice longer or a little more intense. Inhale to plank. You're gonna do a little bit more core work here. You're gonna inhale, right leg up. Exhale to the outside of your elbow. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, knee to elbow. One more. And then replace that right leg, same thing, left side. Inhale, lift the leg. Exhale, bring it towards the elbow. You can do that same work from all fours. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, bring it to the elbow. Same thing. You're getting that crunch in the side. And then you're going to flow through. Knee and downward dog. So from here, we're going to do a few poses that might begin to pull you down. They're kind of fun. So after you've done all the warriors that you want to do, or even if that was enough for you, you can say I'm breathing hard already. You can move to this. So we're going to do gate pose, which is just a beautiful open heart pose. So if this bothers your knees, you can take a towel. They go to one side of your mat. Take the left leg out. Take both arms up. Lift the heart. Exhale, drop the left hand. Inhale, still with an open heart. Stretch through your side body here. Inhale, the left leg comes up to meet the right hand. Drop the right hand, open up. I think this pose is called Fallen Star or Fallen Triangle. But it's a beautiful heart open posture. And then when you're ready, slowly and carefully come up and exhale, and we'll switch sides. Taking the right leg out now through the blade edge of your right foot. Inhaling up, exhaling, drop that right arm. You can look over your left fingertips. Again, remember to press that shoulder away, open heart. Then inhale, right arm comes up, exhale, drop, and open up. This is really fun if you're doing it outside, because you're looking at the clouds. And then slowly and carefully come back up and exhale down. I'll turn to the side. We're going to do some half camels, which is one of my favorite flows. So you can tuck your toes, or if you have a lot of flexibility in your upper back, you can leave the shoelace side of your foot down. So you're going to inhale up, and on your exhale, drop the right hand to the heel. Look over your left fingers. Inhale back up. Exhale, drop to the left. And repeat. Trying to link your breath with each movement. One more here. Another option for those, if you don't feel comfortable doing those, is put your hands on your yogi pockets. That's what we call the top of your glutes in yoga. And then you just lift your heart and do a baby back bend. Or you can tuck your chin if that hurts. If you can see the wall behind you when you do your back bend, then you can do full camel, which is taking both hands to the tops of your heels, pressing through the chest, pressing the quads forward, and then come back up. The limiting factor in that is your upper back. And then we'll take a child's pose, which is a counter pose to back bends. Anytime you do any kind of back bend pose, you want to make sure you counter that. So you can do a wide child's pose that I've showed you, or you can do embryo pose, which feels kind of good. Your legs are together, and you're making yourself as small as possible. You can take your arms around to your feet. And then slowly walk back up, and we're going to bridge. Ladies, you need to bridge. You need to bridge every day. This is great for your core, your glutes, your adductors, and your abductors. So to bridge, we want to go all the way down flat on the mat. You're going to take your heels, maybe about a hand's width in front of your glutes. You want to think about your lower back relaxing into the mat. Take your hands by your hips. On an inhale, you're going to press into your feet. You're going to lift your hips high. If you have the space, you can rock your shoulder blades closer together. Here we're lifting, we're squeezing the glutes, pressing the hips high to the sky. And exhale, slowly lower. And you want to do 3 to 5 of those. Inhaling up, keep your chin slightly tucked as if you had a little golf ball there. And exhale, lower. I'll show you a variation for that. You can do a one-legged bridge. Flex your quad, point your toe, continue to squeeze your glutes. Inhaling on your way up, exhaling on your way down. And then, of course, you want to do a counter pose for a bridge. So that would be taking your knees and doing a little belly roll here. All right, so since we're on the floor, we'll just roll over. And we'll do some locust and floor bow. So for locust, you want to lay on your belly. And take your forehead to the mat. I'm going to keep mine up so you can hear me. And take your hands behind you, palms down. On an inhale, we're going to lift our toes pointed. We're going to squeeze our glutes. And we're also going to lift our chest and ribs off the floor as high as we can on an inhale. Here we go. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more. Inhale, lift. Squeeze the glutes, point the toes. Exhale, lower. So you can continue there. If you don't like that, you can do some breaths in Sphinx pose here. It's a little gentler on your lower back. Or if floor bow is in your practice, I'll show you what floor bow looks like. So for floor bow, you're going to reach around and grab the outside of your foot. And then on an inhale, you're going to lift your ribs. You're going to press your feet into your hands simultaneously. And then exhale, slowly lower. And then do a counter pose, which is a child's pose here. Then we'll do some pigeon. So on an inhale, you're gonna lift that right leg. Exhale, you're gonna bring it around. For some people, their pigeon will be right here, and that's okay. Go where your body tells you. It depends on your hip flexor flexibility. For some people, you can walk your foot out. You wanna find a comfortable place, but a place with some tension. And hips are square. And then on your exhale, you can slowly lower. It might just be to here. It might be here. Call that our yogi pillow. Or it could be extending all the way out. And I would say each side about 4 to 5 good breath cycles. The breath cycle is inhale and your exhale, which equals out probably to about 20 seconds. And then to come out of pigeon, you're going to slowly walk your hands back. You can kind of scoot your right foot or pick it up and replace it. And then the left side. Inhaling up, bringing it over, finding the pigeon that your body feels like doing today. So you might find you have more flexibility in one of your hips than the other one, which is true for me right now. Then you're going to exhale, slowly lower into that pigeon. Pigeon is a great place to, if you believe this, and I do, breathe breath into the places that are tight. Like right here, I'm in my mind sending breath to there. Then when you've done your 3 to 5 breath cycles, come back slowly out of your pigeon. To make that practice longer, you could repeat the warrior series in the triangles, but I'll go ahead and show you some of the cool down things that you need to do, or if you want to do. And you should do. Okay, so we'll do pigeon, figure 4, laying on our backs. So first, take your right knee into your chest. You can take your left hand on top of your left flexor and make sure it's not rolling over. And just see if you can find a little more release here. And then we'll do half happy baby. So you're going to take your hand to the outside of your foot. You can take your hand out for balance if you need to, or keep it on the top of the left flexor. And then just bring that elbow lower to the ground, or that knee. And then when you're ready, bringing that leg down, all the way down. Bring the left leg up. Hug it to your chest. And when you're ready for half happy baby on this side, take that hand to the outside of the left foot. Begin to open and drop. You might not go very far, and that's okay. The more you do it, the more your body will respond. And that's why you have to do everything 4 to 5 breath cycles. If you do 1 or 2, not really beneficial. You're not getting deep enough into that stretch. And then release. This is a good morning, full body stretch, which feels great. So take your hands over your head, especially after a lot of core work. Point your toes and pretend like someone's trying to play tug of war with your body. So making yourself as long as you can, really stretching out that spine and that core. And then take the right leg, cross it over the left. Take the left leg off the mat. Take your right hand, thread that space, and press that left foot towards you. You can keep these toes relaxed, but flex the right toes. You want to keep that leg engaged even while you're stretching. And then when you're ready, unthread, and you're going to drop everything over to the left. Keep that right shoulder on the mat if it will stay. And enjoy a side body stretch all the way from here, all the way down. If it gets uncomfortable, play with where your leg wants to go. Sometimes you might have to put it on top or extend it out. Either way, you're feeling a stretch here. 3 to 5 breaths, and then come back up, untwist, left side. So flex these toes, these can stay relaxed. Thread your space. You can take your left elbow and press that knee away if it feels good. And then unthread and drop everything over to the right. Left shoulder stays on the mat. Then inhale back up and come to waterfall. You're just going to bring both legs up, flex your toes, flex your quads, and that's going to begin to release the hamstring. So when you flex the one muscle, that's the opposite muscle of the other one. It's going to try to release and relax that one. So this is a very active waterfall pose. You see how I'm shaking a little bit? You can do a relaxed waterfall pose by doing legs up the wall. So scooting yourself over to a wall and just putting your legs up. It's always a good idea to get upside down every day. If you can't do headstand or handstand yet, you can do legs up the wall. It reverses that blood flow. Especially if you sit all day, you might have swelling of ankles. Just reverse the direction. It feels really great. For some people, if shoulder stand is in your practice, you can wiggle your elbows close to your body. You're going to have to do a little pump up. Take your hands to the small of your back. And this is shoulder stand. If this hurts your neck, don't do it. And then from shoulder stand, you can play with plow, taking your feet back. And anytime you do poses like this, come slowly out of them and do a counter pose, which would be a little belly roll here. And then inhale, rock yourself up. And we'll just do a couple of seated stretches. So you want to rock back and forth on your sit bones, move that stuff out of the way so you can get grounded in your sit bones. Sit up nice and straight and tall. Toes flex towards you. This is the active version of this stretch. Everything is active. Your core is drawn in. Your shoulders are back. And your legs are tightening up right now. And your toes are flexed. And then on an exhale, hinge from the hips. You may not go very far. And then release. Take your bottoms of your feet together. Baddha Konasana. Take your hands to your ankles. Take a couple breaths here. Like gravity, just begin to draw your knees down. And then for your last cool down movement, you're going to do seated tree. We didn't do any balance poses today, but that can come next week. So you're going to turn your gaze to your left foot. Inhale your arms up. This is going to be a very passive stretch. We can roll through the upper back and allow it to curve. And then inhale back up. So that's the passive version. Active version, flex your toes. Inhale up. You're going to hinge from the hip, trying to keep that back straight. You may not go as far, and that's okay. Go as far as you're able. And you can always bend your knee if that's too much. So the goal here is not to get your body extremely flat. It's to learn to shift from the hips. And then the other side. So first the passive one, inhaling up, just allowing yourself to round and relax. And then switching it to active, flexing the toes. Think about hinging from the hips, maybe walking yourself out, and stopping when you feel your back start to round. Bending your knee if you need to. This is a pretty good one on your hamstring. And then when you're done with your practice, don't forget to give yourself a Shavasana. So, corpse pose, which is just letting it all go on the mat. Taking, 3 minutes, put on a nice song, and give yourself that. Or you can take legs up the wall. So, let me just show you legs up the door. Or I'll scoot right here. And 3 to 5 minutes there is going to feel amazing. So, remember, yoga is not about how it looks, it's about how it feels. So try it, let me know what you think, and namaste.